What's the difference between a biblically accurate seraphim and a kpopically accurate seraphim? Well, despite the fact that one of them actually looks very scary, there's actually a lot of differences. The seraphims are the highest order of angels. They are known as the fiery ones, and they live in the presence of God, the immediate presence of God, so they're kind of a big deal. They embody humility, obedience, and they are agents of purification, and they are known for showing intense devotion to God. La Seraphim is the chart-topping global sensation K-pop group. They are known for their bold, confident, powerful stage presence. They embody fearlessness, resilience, and independence. Their performances emphasize charisma and inner strength. These girls don't play. They are the best of the best, okay? And my favorite K-pop group, if I must admit. But they do have their own scandals, and they received a lot of backlash following the release of the Easy music video, with a lot of people saying that they were disrespecting Christianity. This was their title track and lead single on their second EP. It's a fierce girl power song about facing challenges head on and coming out strong. And this was a fairly unproblematic song, except for one part in the music video where we see somebody shattering what seems to be an Archangel Michael statue. Now, there was not a lot of drama about this part in the music video because I don't think a lot of people noticed. Even I didn't notice until I was doing research for this video. But this shows a pretty interesting contrast because the name of the song is Anti-Fragile, what powerful, what unbreakable, and then they show themselves breaking a religious artifact. So I think to get the real significance of the scene, I think we first need to understand who Angel Michael is. The name Michael is derived from Hebrew, and it directly translates to who is like God, which is a rhetorical question that emphasizes God's supreme authority. He's known as a defender, and he's an opponent of pride and rebellion. In normal circumstances, this whole thing wouldn't be a big of an issue, but Le Seraphim's whole concept is rebellion. So now it starts to seem intentional once you get to know what Angel Michael represents. This is by no means a hate video on the girls, okay? I know that there's a lot of people involved in creating the music videos, the songs, and they may or may not have a say on certain things and the final product. I'm just stating my opinions and the patterns that I've noticed. I'm by no means stating that anything in this video is factual. I'm just stating my opinions and that's it, okay? So let's get back to the video. Unforgiven was released shortly after and it was another hit. Okay, I loved everything about the song. I loved the styling, the music video. I love everything. It's actually one of my favorite songs, and weirdly enough, I never watched the trailer for this song until I did research for this video. Now, I didn't see anything wrong with the music video, and I haven't heard a lot of people complaining about the music video, but the trailer is suspicious to say the least, okay? A few seconds in, we see Chaewon approaching a tree, and she has this robotic arm. And a lot of people pointed out that this seems to be a reference to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, just a futuristic version of it. Then we see Kazuha in this elevator with these huge wings, which we later see burn. And I'm assuming that she's representing an angel because of the wings. But the fact that they're burning, could this be a reference to the seraphims? Because as we now know, they are known as the burning ones. And they are covered with wings everywhere, and they are burning. Which is quite interesting because it seems that she is a half human, half seraphim. That's important. Keep that in mind for later. Then we cut to Yeonjun looking at a book, and there's a fire in front of her and a purple flower is growing out of the book. We're assuming that the book is a Bible because so far they've made so many Christian references. Purple is an interesting color of choice because it was used a lot back then. Purple was used during Lent, which is the preparation for Easter, and Advent, which is the preparation for Christmas. Purple vestments represent reflection, spiritual preparation, and penance. Penance, by the way, is an act of atonement for sins. It shows humility before God and a desire to turn away from wrongdoing. Yeonjun then throws the book into the fire, assuming with the intent to destroy because that's what fire does. So it's quite interesting all these symbols that they've used in a song called Unforgiven. And the vibe of the song is, I don't care to be forgiven. These are the direct translations of the lyrics, and I got the translation from Google, so correct me if I'm wrong, but let's just get into it. Unforgiven, I'm a villain. That's the famous chorus. If my beliefs are sinful, then I'm a villain. If my beliefs are sinful, then I'm a villain. Unforgiven, I'm a villain. From their group name sounding so similar to the SSERAFIM and all the Christian references in their music videos and trailers, it's not looking good. And I think that's how we got to the Easy controversy. We finally get to the meat of the matter. Unlike the other song, this song was not without controversy. And I think how we even got here in the first place is because they've been getting away with a lot, and they thought, well, nobody has been calling us out all this time, so let's just dance in a church. Nobody's gonna say anything because nobody has said anything so far. That's just my opinion. I'm just assuming. Opinions were fairly split on this matter. Some people said that it was really disrespectful of them to dance in a church. Other people said it's not a big deal. And I will insert the comments here so that you can read them for yourself. Some people said it was just an excuse to bully the girls, and I think all these sides have some truth to them. But I do have to give it to the girls and their team because they swiftly fixed their mistake and didn't double down. Now, there were a lot of red flags before we even got to the dancing in church part. These were the official concept photos that were released. Beautiful pictures, beautiful concept. But if you look closely, everybody has flower crowns except Sakura. She has a crown of thorns. Now, maybe they ran out of flower crowns when they were handing them out. So I guess where the heck was Saki? Who knows? Now, even non-Christians know the significance of the crown of thorns, okay? It was placed on Jesus during the crucifixion to mark him, but it's now been turned into a symbol of devotion and victory. And it represents Jesus' unfailing love for us. So I don't see a reason why a K-pop idol would need to wear a crown of thorns on their head. Like, it makes no sense to me. There's no reason that I can think of when everybody else is wearing flower crowns. And I'm pretty sure they have enough money to get everybody flower crowns, so it makes no sense as to why somebody would be wearing a crown of thorns, knowing what it represents. Then we get to the lyrics. Keep in mind, with all the songs, I'm only picking out the lyrics that are relevant to what I'm talking about, and I'm leaving the rest out. To the world, I'm half a seraphim. Yeah, I've been trying so long to show you I'm the one you need. Now, this is the first time I've seen them make a direct reference to the seraphim angels, and it's very interesting. To me, what these lyrics mean, to me, and only me, nobody else, what these lyrics mean is we're confident, we're powerful, but we're still human. We make mistakes and we're not perfect. That's the vibe that I'm basically getting. But it could also be a reference to Nephilims, which are a half human, half angel breed. They were known to be violent and corrupt, but they were very, very powerful. Then we cut to the church scenes where we see the nuns praying, and the girls enter and they pass by these nuns. And a lot of people pointed out that it seems like the nuns are worshipping the girls, which is quite interesting. If you know what nuns do, nuns literally dedicate their entire lives. They sacrifice all the good things in life to dedicate their lives to worshipping God and being devoted to God and to doing good and living a holy life. So now the nuns worshipping the girls is a very sus. Like, what are we trying to imply here? Are we trying to imply that the girls can replace God? Is that what they mean when they say, I've been trying to show you for so long, I'm the one you need? Guys, I'm not. It's looking suspicious. Like, I'm not. It's just looking suspicious. Like, I don't get what we're trying to say here. What are we trying to say? Then, of course, we cut to them dancing in the church, which I'm not going to focus too much on that because I feel like that's the least problematic thing I've seen in this music video, even though that's the part that a lot of people were talking about. Okay, so they're dancing, everything is fine, but I'm noticing these weird eye symbols at the back, and this heart symbol, which kind of reminds me of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Except because this is less SSERAFIM now, they have to put their own creative spin on it. You know, they have to spice it up. They've replaced the thorns and the cross with their SSERAFIM logo. And they've placed this thing in the middle of the church, which is usually where the body and the blood of Christ usually is, aka the holiest part in the church. Then we have the scene with Yunjin and Unche, and it seems to be a reference to the sculpture of Jesus and Mary at Mount Golgotha. Don't make fun of me, I don't know how to pronounce that, and don't make fun of me because of my pronunciations of the names. Okay, I am a K-pop stan, but I am trying my best. It represents the sixth sorrow of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And interestingly enough, Yunjin in the music video has these golden tears, aka the golden tears of Mary. Now these tears alone have their own lore, and they're often represented in a lot of different ways. So them being gold was just an artistic choice, but it's quite interesting that they choose to make the specific reference in a scene that already seems to be referencing Mother Mary. That's quite interesting. It feels intentional, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it is, but it feels.
Order in the court.
The court will now hear the verdict. According to the established guidelines, if the defendants acquire more than 5 guilty verdicts, they will be deemed not safe for Christians. Fewer than 5, safe for Christians. Should the verdicts equal 5, the verdict will be inconclusive. On the count of blasphemy against God in accordance to Exodus 20 verse 7, not guilty. Idolatry as described in Exodus 20 verse 3, not guilty. Treating holy objects and places with contempt and disrespect, Leviticus 10 1 through 2, guilty. The disregard of God's commandments, James 2 verse 10, not guilty. Denying the divinity of Christ and rejecting the gospel, John 3 verse 18, not guilty. Disrespecting God's people and messengers, 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 30, guilty. Ridiculing and mocking a place of worship, Psalm 74 verse 18, guilty. Profanity and coarse speech, Ephesians 4 verse 29, guilty. Corrupting and misrepresenting scripture, 2 Peter 3 verse 16, not guilty. Encouraging others to sin, Matthew 18 verse 6, guilty.
Court dismissed.
Now guys, don't take that part too seriously, okay? It's just a fun little way for me to say, let's see if they did anything wrong according to the Bible. Because this is a Christian video and we are talking about them disrespecting Christianity. So I just wanted to see, like, did they actually do anything wrong according to the Bible, not just opinions? And if you think that I wasn't fair, or if you want to change a verdict on whichever point you think the verdict should be changed, then definitely go ahead and tell me. I was so shocked by how many things I found out and discovered during the research of this video, because I honestly thought that they only did one thing wrong, which was the dancing in the church thing, but I found out a lot more than I thought I was gonna find out. It kind of makes me so sad because they're one of my favorite K-pop groups and I love listening to their music, so now I can't listen to them guilt-free, because knowing what I know, yeah, it's kind of sad. I still love the girls and I still want to listen to them, but I think it's important for Christians to know this information, you know, so that we're informed when we listen to the songs. We know what we're getting ourselves into and we know the implications of what we're doing. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any complaints, questions and corrections, please leave them down in the comments. If you have any suggestions, also do leave them down in the comments and we will talk about it. I hope that you found this video to be helpful and I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lovely having you here and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.